December. Drive away with an Axio car from Predo Baby. With 4 different options to win, follow us on Facebook at Predo Baby South America. Predo Baby diaper is known for its premium quality and high absorbency level. It keeps your baby dry and comfortable with its stretchy waistband. Available in regular paste and pull-up pants style from newborn to stage 7. See press for details or contact us on 233-2473. Predo Baby, the diaper of the new generation.
Good day and welcome to today's news at noon on Kaieteur Radio for the first day in December 2020. I am Kevin Smith. Before we get to the top stories we're tracking, let's get to the front page comment of today's Kaieteur news. Laws, not platitudes. Mr. Bharat Jagdeo is trying to make us feel good about our own misfortune. He is patting us on our heads to make us feel satisfied and to try to calm our outrage over what we have been deprived of. Mr. Jagdeo is trying too hard to convince us that better will come under the present contract with Exxon. Having Exxon stop importing water will not counterbalance the lopsided contract which has been handed to us. It does not compensate us for the $55 billion which was left at the negotiating table. Instead of trying to appease us, Mr. Jagdeo should focus on ensuring that both Guyana and Exxon obtain a fair deal. We for our wealth and Exxon for their investment. As Mr. Jagdeo knows all too well, Guyana's petroleum laws are outdated. Laws ensure that obligations are met, and if not, then sanctions and penalties become operative. Laws create rights and duties. They therefore are fundamental to ensuring that each side gets that to which each is entitled. The priority which Mr. Jagdeo assigns to the creation of jobs and opportunities for local businesses would be best achieved through local content legislation rather than wishful thinking. We need laws, not platitudes. It is only when the appropriate laws are in place will we be able to give effect to our just entitlements. When we enact the right laws, we no longer have to rely on political promises or corporate goodwill. We will, through the right laws, create legally binding obligations which will ensure that we obtain that to which we are entitled. And now for the top stories we are tracking. World Bank endorsed gas project crippling Guyana's energy sector. Guyana may be next. ExxonMobil to prioritize capital investments on high-value assets in Guyana, Brazil, and U.S. Boat captain kills a self-chopped woman who denied him a relationship with her underage daughter. Meanwhile, Jagdeo says if ExxonMobil builds Guyana for Kaieteur non-commercial, well, it would be criminal. Meanwhile, rice farmers grapple with insufficient supply of high-quality seed paddy nationwide. Probe launched. Stay tuned to stay informed.
This Christmas, Shake to Win just got bigger! Now when you purchase our new bigger Digital Prime bundle and Shake to Win, you can choose your prize and share it with someone you love. So, shake more and share more! Share more daily prizes and guaranteed wins every Saturday. You can win laptops, cash, smartphones, credit, data, and so much more. Shake more, share more. Activate a Digital Prime bundle in the My Digital app and Shake to Win this Christmas.
Child sexual abuse can stay with a person for life. It can rob them of their childhood. It's an unforgivable, unforgettable, despicable act. And yet, children suffer this abuse every day. During these times, we must keep a watch out for children. If you suspect child abuse, report it to the police without delay or call the CPA hotline on 227-0979. Protect children now.
A message from the Child Care and Protection Agency, Ministry of Human Services and Social Security, and UNICEF.
And now for the news in detail that comes to you with the compliments of Preto Baby. Ghana's energy sector is struggling to be financially sustainable, and it's mainly due to a gas project that the World Bank endorsed and helped to fund. Approved in 2015, the project was meant to lower the cost of electricity and make electricity services reliable, and it did just that. However, the project has created new problems for Ghana, as it has trapped the country in a deal which requires it to pay for a lot of gas that it has no uses. As a result of this provision, Ghana was billed $250 million for unused gas in 2019. Former Minister of Natural Resources Raffle Trotman pointed to the World Bank's role in 3 problematic hires made under the coalition government. All 3 hires raised serious questions about conflicts of interest since they all worked for ExxonMobil, a supermajor which has an effective monopoly on Guyana's oil sector. And coming from Irving, Texas, ExxonMobil has completed a review of its forward business plans and will prioritize near-term capital spending on advantaged assets with the highest potential future value, including developments in Guyana and the U.S. Permian Basin targeted exploration in Brazil and chemicals projects to grow high-value performance products. In other news, residents of Riverview, Rheinfeldt yesterday witnessed a bizarre scene with a boat captain who chopped a woman all because she denied him a relationship with her 14-year-old daughter and then killed himself. The incident took place around 13 hours at Riverview, Rheinfeldt, not far from the police station. The dead boat captain has been identified as 52-year-old Jeffrey Narain of La Parfait Harmony, West Bank Demerara. Hospitalized is 36-year-old Michelle Russell, who was reportedly chopped by the boat captain for not allowing him to be with her 14-year-old daughter. Upon seeing the uniformed ranks, the Ryan reportedly pulled out a knife and stabbed himself to the neck. He was pronounced dead at the scene by a doctor on the team. And moving on, following the announcement by ExxonMobil and its partners at the discovery, the Tanagar 1 well in the Kaieteur block is non-commercial, the companies informed the market that the well would be plugged and abandoned. Since making this disclosure, however, industry stakeholders have expressed concerns about what protection Guyana has in place to ensure the millions of US dollars incurred to drill and now plug the well would not be billed against the profits being made in the Stabroek block. Vice President Dr. Bharat Jagdeo was contacted on the matter as he is tasked with an oversight role for the oil industry. The Vice President was quick to note that if ExxonMobil were to engage in such an act, it would be criminal. Let's tell you now that farmers nationwide are experiencing severe difficulties in preparation for the first rice crop of 2021. Farmers are struggling to source high-quality seed paddy since the most prominently produced variety, called GRDB10, is not germinating properly or, in some cases, not at all. Dharam Kumar Siraj, who is part of the Guyana Rice Producers Association, said that he is aware of the challenges, while adding that the association is in the process of doing its own information gathering with the hope of helping those in dire need. It is now 12 hours 10 and you are listening to Kaieteur Radio 99.1 and 99.5 FM. This is your news at noon. Coming up after the break, son admits to robbery but denies killing mom. Submarine cable damaged again, caused weekend outages, says GPL. And Suriname ferry to reopen soon, non-essential travel restricted to and from Region 7. TV station crew rescues mom and 2 children after canoe mishap in the Pomeroon River. Meanwhile, police hunts bandits. Marcus Bisram beaten and robbed of millions in cash, jewelry in home invasion. Do stay tuned.
This is GHK Lal inviting you to join me weekdays from Monday to Friday on the National Outlook for commentary on a range of issues. Immediately after the 12 noon and 7 p.m. newscasts on Kaieteur Radio at 99.1 FM and 99.5 FM. Looking forward to you sharing in the conversation.
A lot has happened since oil was discovered in 2015. The petroleum industry is an ever-changing web of oil, gas, politics, and money. It gets complicated sometimes, but we can bring you all the latest developments and include you in the discussions here on Kaieteur Radio. So tune in to 99.1 or 99.5 FM every Tuesday night at 20 hours for Petroleum 101 with me, your host, Kamal King. Kaieteur Radio, the radio with a difference.
Welcome back. Let us continue with the news. His son has admitted to robbery but denies killing his mom. He was remanded yesterday for brutally murdering his own mother during the furtherance of a robbery. Prior to his court appearance, 32-year-old Devon Anderson reportedly admitted to the robbery but denied killing his mother, 62-year-old Jennifer Anderson. Devon implicated other suspects in the crime after he told police that he did not act alone. As investigations continue, he appeared at the Vredenhoek Magistrates Court, where he was charged with the offense by Principal Magistrate Faith McGusty. He was not required to plead to the indictable charge and is expected to make his next court appearance on January 14, 2021. In other news, a critical power cable across the Demerara River that links the East and West Demerara areas has been severed yet again. GPL yesterday said that it is working to get the submarine cable fixed. A statement said that on Friday at approximately 7:08, there was a fault on the 6 to 9 kilovolts submarine cable linking Vredenhoek and Kingston power plants, resulting from suspected damage from a ship's anchor. This is not the first time. It happened before, causing the East Demerara area to be without the extra power produced by Vredenhoek for weeks. GPL explained that it had taken measures to prevent a reoccurrence. And now let's tell you the government of Guyana has issued the COVID-19 emergency measures for December, with new guidelines for travel to Region 7 and to Suriname. The curfew remains the same for December, with lockdown hours from 10:30 p.m. to 4 a.m. Non-essential travel into and out of Region 7 is restricted from December 1st to December 31st. Travel will only be permitted where it is connected to an essential service. And moving on, a mother and her 2 children are fortunate to be alive after their canoe capsized in the Pomeroon River on Sunday morning. The mother has been identified as 29-year-old Sandra Austin, mother of Lower Pomeroon River. At the time of the incident, the woman had in her canoe her 2 daughters, ages 3 and 4. The wave from a speedboat reportedly capsized the canoe, sending the woman and her children overboard. Reports are that a technical team from the locally owned RCA television from the Essequibo coast was in the area. 2 of the men boarded their vessel, crossed the river, and rescued the woman and her 2 kids within minutes. Let's tell you now that armed bandits Sunday night barged into the premises of former murder-accused Marcus Brian Bisram and carted off millions of dollars in cash jewelry belonging to the family. Bisram said that it was just around 19:30 Sunday while he was sitting with relatives having a chat like they always do on evenings at his number 7th Village residence. 4 men entered the premises through the front gate that was left open. He disclosed that the men were all wearing surgical masks and gloves. 3 brandished guns, while the 4th was armed with a cutlass. Shortly after the men escaped, the police were immediately contacted and they responded to the scene some 15 minutes later. It is now 12 hours 15, time for your COVID-19 update. The number of worldwide coronavirus cases, according to Worldometer, has reached 63.7 million, with total deaths at 1.4 million and recovery cases of 44.1 million. A 31-year-old Region 10 woman who succumbed to COVID-19 on Sunday was recorded as Guyana's 151st COVID-19 death. Additionally, 30 new COVID-19 cases were recorded yesterday. To date, 30,096 persons have been tested for the virus, while 4,392 have recovered. After 9 months of dealing with the novel coronavirus, the Georgetown Public Hospital has seen an ease in their management of the virus following the Ocean View COVID-19 hospital being declared as fully operational. And coming from CNN, what you need to know: everyone in the U.S. who wants a COVID-19 vaccine will be able to get one by June, according to an official with the White House Vaccine Initiative. Advisors to the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention are expected to vote today on the very first people to get a coronavirus vaccine once one gets emergency authorization. And cases are surging in the U.S. More than 4.4 million new infections were reported in November, nearly as many as the total number of cases reported in the U.S. during the first 5 months of the pandemic. And that brings us to the end of today's news at noon. Remember, the news came to you with the compliments of Preto Baby. I am Kevin Smith. Thank you for listening.
Let December 2020 be one to remember. Drive away with an Axio car from Preto Baby with 4 different options to win. Follow us on Facebook at Preto Baby South America. Preto Baby diaper is known for its premium quality and high absorbency level. It keeps your baby dry and comfortable with its stretchy waistband. Available in regular paste and pull-up pants style from newborn to stage 7. See press for details or contact us on 233-2473. Preto Baby, the diaper of the new generation.
Hello there, Guyana. You've asked for it. It is finally here. The Wake Up Guyana Show with yours truly, Leonard Gildari.